This is a hamburger. To get this, a pig had to be sacrificed. But this is another hamburger. To get this, you didn't have to kill a pig. All you needed was some cells from a living pig.
A new type of meat.
Plant-based meats.
Company Meat Tech has become the first cultured meat firm.
The meat was grown in a lab.
Lab-grown meat.
And the water and all the rainforest you typically need to knock down to make that happen, we start with a cell.
From Bill Gates to Leonardo DiCaprio, investors and celebrities with a concern for the environment are investing in a field called cultured meat. During the Second World War, Dutch soldier Willem van Elen was taken as a prisoner of war. During his imprisonment, he suffered from extreme starvation. This terrible experience made him passionate about food technology and food security. He later attended the University of Amsterdam and enriched the idea of cultured meat. The story does not end here. In the 90s, NASA decided to try out an experiment. They noticed that the space required for storing food items in long space missions was quite big, and they wanted to see if they could grow their own meat artificially. This experiment was almost a success, and they were able to grow pieces of goldfish and turkey. The meat made inside a lab without actually killing the animals by growing their meat inside a growth medium is called synthetic meat or cultured meat. First, stem cells are taken from a living organism and are raised inside a growth medium. Inside the growth medium, they are allowed to multiply in a process called proliferation. These cells soon become edible meat. Now, the first thing that comes to our mind is the moral issues that this technology addresses. The vegan community has been quite vocal about their disdain for killing animals for meat. If you are a meat lover and have ever thought about the moral sides of eating meat, then this technology is helpful. But there is more to artificial meat. It has the potential to address global environmental issues, including climate change, animal welfare, and food security. Bill Gates in his blog post wrote, "Raising meat takes a great deal of land and water and has a substantial environmental impact. There's no way to produce enough meat for 9 billion people in 2050. That's why we need more options for producing meat without depleting our resources." He pointed out that by 2050, the population will grow to 9 billion and there won't be enough livestock to satisfy the global demand for meat. He also noted that the amount of land required for such farming is huge and will impact the environment. Although cultured meat isn't ready to be produced on a large scale, many startups have sprung up and investors have jumped in. Some of the prominent investors in this sector, apart from Bill Gates, include Google founder Sergey Brin, Richard Branson, and Leonardo DiCaprio. India also has a startup called Clean Meat, based out of Delhi. Cultured meat has the potential to be a major industry that could revolutionize our food habits. From addressing global warming to food security, it would be interesting to see how this new technology unfolds in the coming years.